In this video, I'm going to explain to you how to tell the difference between a twin flame and a false twin flame. And let's get this out of the way up front, because if we don't talk about this first, what I'm going to explain to you won't work or make sense. There's actually no such thing as a false twin flame. Okay, it is a mental construct. It is a new agey kind of belief system to assign a role to certain people in your life. And this comes along with things like soul contracts and all these other limiting beliefs that we're limited and we're beholden to some greater power, and there's all these have-tos in life, and I'm beholden to carry out my soul contract. Now, it's true that you can agree to have certain experiences with people, with other souls before you come into this life, but you by no means are obligated to continue to do that. You're always free to choose a different experience at any time. The term soul contract is pretty misleading because it makes you, when we mortals think of a contract, we think of it as an obligation. It's more like a soul agreement, right? And as long as that agreement serves you, okay. If it doesn't, okay. You can just walk away. But the idea of a false twin flame or a karmic or even a soulmate is predicated on this notion that there is a preordained structure and rule system of things, and all of these certain roles are assigned to certain people, and you're like connected infrastructure connection to these other things, and it's all laid out for you and pre-done and pre-decided, and that's completely antithetical to the true nature of who you are, which is absolute freedom at your core essence. Now, your twin flame is that core essence. And here's the thing about your twin flame. You are a soul. Your twin flame is your soul. So there's you, your soul, and there's everybody else. Okay? Your twin flame is you. That's pretty concrete. You are your soul. Your twin flame is another incarnation of your soul. The soul incarnates, reincarnates, right? Past lives, right? Reincarnation. So you just have two incarnations right now. It's your soul having another experience over there, right? That's what's going on with this, with your twin flame, okay? Now, you want to know if that person is another incarnation of your soul. And by the way, if they are, why are they acting like this? I'll touch on that a little bit. If they're my soul, why would they run away like this? Why do they act like that? They've got to be a karmic or a false twin flame. Well, when we approach this journey through the ego personality, that's what causes them to run, because the ego personality is separation consciousness. And that word separation, it does not come from twin flames, guys. Separation consciousness is an ancient Zen spiritual term, right? Same with detaching, same with union. That did not come from twin flames. It's like before the internet, when all you could find was perhaps in-person teachers or written literature about the topic of twin flames. I can only imagine decades ago, whoever it was that introduced that terminology to the twin flame teaching knew exactly what they were doing, and they were teaching it exactly the way that I am teaching it to you right now. That is why I'm the world's leading twin flame coach, over 5,000 students. So when you believe you are separate from that person, you're approaching it through the mind, the ego, and that's why they run. The ego is separation consciousness. The soul is union. The soul is unity consciousness. And these are ancient spiritual terms, not from twin flames. Okay? So your twin flame is you. Everybody else is just everybody else. Okay? So if you transcend the ego and increase your consciousness and no longer derive your sense of self from the separation consciousness, the duality of ego personality, this person, if they are another incarnation of your soul, they will come back, because you're attracting yourself back to yourself. Okay? But the question is, what is yourself? What is that, right? And most of us, we derive our sense of self from the personality, right? A bunch of memories, a bunch of thought and emotional patterns, a bunch of stories, the story of who I am, okay? But who are you without that story? You are a divine, eternal essence. You are limitless. You are absolutely free. You're a soul. And that energy is not thought. You cannot figure out how to get there. It's more like releasing the idea or the belief, the thought that you already are not that being the conscious essence, the eternal essence that you are, is something that needs to be acquired or achieved. It's more like releasing that energetically. And when you do that, this person will come back to you. If they do not, then I guess it was a false twin flame, in quotation marks. And really what that is just another person that you met. And let's face it, there's 7 billion people in the world. How many unhealthy narcissistic connections do you think you could have out of 7 billion people? Right? Like, how many unhealthy attachments could you possibly have with somebody? Well, there's 7 billion people in the world. What are the odds that you met another soul that is not your soul, and this was just an unhealthy person? Now, the additional baggage, the dogmatic, new agey, woo-woo baggage, is going to tell you that there is an intrinsic form, a structure, a role that this person plays in your life that was ordained, and it's like hardwired into reality. And that there is this false twin flame or karmic or even soulmate that is intrinsically embedded into the infrastructure of my life experience, and that this is a role that was assigned by God, and you are required to carry this out, and blah, 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 blah. And that's a religious belief system, guys. That's a dogmatic, rule-based approach to spiritualism, in quotation marks, which is not actually spiritualism at all. Spiritualism is pure being. It's pure consciousness. It's not thought. There's no structure or form to it, okay? And that's the place that you got to go. You got to go there if you really want to find out if this person is your twin flame or not, okay? There's lots of videos on my YouTube channel. What I teach is not anything new under the sun at all, guys. It's just I'm not really teaching twin flames. People think I'm a twin flame teacher. Am I? If you do what I teach you, your twin flame will come back. But here's the thing. It's your soul, guys. You don't even use the word twin flame anymore. Just get rid of that. It's your soul. It's your other incarnation. It's your other self, right? So go check out my other coaching videos all over this YouTube channel. If you watch long enough, you'll start to get the hang of what I'm teaching you on this channel here. And there's lots of books and resources and videos and other things that I recommend in other videos, not the least of which is by reading The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle is the best thing that you can do to get started on your soul's journey. Okay, he's very accessible, Eckhart Tolle, in teaching the ancient practice of Zen spiritualism, transcending the ego personality, that separation consciousness of mind, the illusion of self, and instead remembering who you are, which is that timeless, formless, nameless essence. That's your soul. That's your twin flame. And so this is really just your soul's journey. That's all this really is. This is just your spiritual awakening. And even if this person is not your twin flame, you can't go wrong doing that, guys. If you're sure this person is some other soul and not your soul, or what is often called a false twin flame, which is, again, attaching structure and form to the formless, but if it is not your soul, this is still the best thing that you'll ever do for yourself. You will feel better, actually. You will if you put into practice what, say, Eckhart Tolle teaches, or Rupert Spira, or Ram Dass, or one of those types, right? Ancient Zen spiritualism. That will change your life, increasing your consciousness. Now, if this is your twin flame, they will come back. They absolutely will. They absolutely will, because you're increasing the energy of your soul. Your soul comes back to you, right? And usually in the most serendipitous of circumstances. So get plugged into that. Get plugged into the message of true Zen spiritualism. That's the message of your soul. That's twin flames, guys. Not all the other New Agey kind of stuff. Not the religion of New Age spiritualism, which isn't really spiritualism. It's fraudulent. It's not spiritual. It's not. You're spiritual at your core. That's what that is, okay? That timeless essence of consciousness, of being. So I hope you found this helpful. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.